I don't have a job. What was I thinking?
Life is not that serious.
What are you gonna do? I'm unemployed.
Last year, I landed my dream job. This year, I quit that same dream job because I found myself in the same position as I always do, feeling stuck in my everyday life. So, welcome to the first episode of my Unstuck Journey. Hopefully. Now, some would argue I should simply stick it out, just stay, be content, and work through these feelings of stuckness. And if that's true, this video is simply not for you, because this is a story about wanting more in life. Wanting more friendships and memories, fun, knowledge, and experiences, but simultaneously also being confused as fuck. But I'm gonna take you with me through all of that, navigating this whole journey, the ups and downs, and figuring out what the fuck I want to do in my life. The first stop is me quitting my job.
I just quit my job with no plan B. I don't have a job. What was I thinking? And when I'm telling you I don't have a plan, I don't even have a plan. I don't know if I'll get another job. I don't know if it's even hard to get another job. I don't know if I'll go back to school. Maybe I'll just go and live on an island somewhere. I don't know. But I guess let's sit down and talk about it. Firstly, let me just give you a little backstory of why I actually work with. So I was a marketing manager in a startup slash scale up company that sold and roasted coffee. Quite lovely because you get to drink the coffee and it was fucking delicious. So I absolutely loved that job. And when I got it, I was like, this is my dream job. But now you might be asking, why the fuck did you quit then? And that is a good question. That I'm also going to regret when I don't get my paycheck, right? The one thing with marketing that I realized as I was working in this company is like, you are just never done. Like, you never get the sense of accomplishment, taking something off your to-do list, because when you do so, there is just the next fucking thing. If you are me manager, you need to just create more content. Like, it doesn't stop. But for example, when I was looking at my colleagues in sales, they had this whole sense of like accomplishing something, because they would start a new client and they would have meetings finding the right solution for this company, and then if they did make the sale, they would also get a bonus and they will ring a little bell. Do you know what I mean? I don't have a bell. Marketing does not have a bell, and I think as a person I would really like the bell. So I think I just have to come to terms with my learning curve in marketing is just done. Like, I've reached it. It's kind of time to look upon new things. What that's gonna be, I don't know. I do have a very deep interest in impact management and sustainability though, so that is what I think will be on the table for now, and I'm going to just like try and see if I can find anything. I don't know if I want to be like a consultant, or if I want to work with marketing within that, or if I want to go more into politics. I think first I am just going to go out and kind of like celebrate a little bit. Maybe not celebrate, but like just fucking breathe. I think I'll get some wine and go with my friend and lay in a park. Yes, it's only 12 in the day, but what are you gonna do? I'm unemployed, okay?
Life is not that serious. Nej! Nej, det er min! Jeg vil bare have sådan vibes, du ved. Vi drikker med.
Guys, it's been like a week since I became unemployed, as I like to call it, and I've been pondering on something. I've gotten this great idea, if I do say so myself, that I might apply for university. That was not on my bingo card for this year, but then also quitting my job was really not on my bingo card either. So, hey ho, let's do it for the plot.
So I might need to give you a little bit of backstory on why the fuck do I want to apply to a university all of a sudden. Well, it's actually something I've been thinking about for quite some time. So, when I finished off my bachelor's, I was in between either getting a full time job or going for master's. And I actually was so hooked on the master's that I applied, I got in. At the end of the day, I decided not to. It was in the UK, and at this time, they just changed the whole like Brexit kind of thing. You weren't allowed to make money on the side, and obviously, I did this. I mean, now I'm really happy I didn't pursue that master's because I know it wasn't right for me, but the thought just never left me. I have this long life dream of living abroad. I don't know when it started. I don't know why, but I've always had this longing to go out and explore. And now you might be thinking, why are you talking about traveling and going abroad when we talk about unis? Well, that is because the Danish education system is a little bit weird, in my opinion. So, because I have a bachelor's in marketing and communication and yada, 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 then I cannot get a master's in anything else unless it's very, very closely connected to that. But my field of interest for this master is sustainability, climate change. How the fuck do we tackle that? Because I think those two things can go very well together. That is basically what I'm like interested in working in. Despite like, even if I don't get the master's, that is what I want to work with. So coming back to the Danish education system, I can't combine those two. So I am forced to leave my homeland and go abroad. So to make a long story medium, I guess, I'm just, starting to pondering a little bit like, should I do it now? Because I always knew I was going to do it at some point, but I just thought maybe like in 5 years when I had more knowledge. But now I've just found myself in a position where I'm like, I know what I want to study and I am not burdened with any responsibilities. But oh, I'm getting a little bit excited now. Like, I don't know what's out there.
Hey, yeah, it's been a couple of days since I don't think I'm a hey, yeah kind of girl, actually. Just heard that. It's been a couple of days since I quit my job. Actually, I think it's been a week. I've really just been going to different like meetings and like networking, going for coffee with people, talking to the union. If you're wondering how the fuck I'm sustaining myself, I do have an insurance, meaning that I can be unemployed for 2 years without any consequences, I guess. And then if I don't get a job before that, I will go on to like social benefits or something like that from the government. So yeah, until now I've just been chilling, I guess, and just trying to sort out my life and land on my feet. I'm saying chilling like this because I still get up at 5 every day and I like to have quite set routines, and I also do like to be kind of productive, I guess. So I've definitely not been like watching Netflix or just laying in my bed. I also think that's why I feel good, because I've kept my routines. I get up every day, I go for a walk and these kind of things. I go to the gym and yeah. But I think I'm also like slowly just starting to be like, right, what do you actually want to do then? Because yeah, I don't know. I thought I'd just look at some universities because that is fun, isn't it? So I guess let's just have a browse on some of the master's degrees out there. Like I'm nowhere near at the point where I'm like, I want to go and study, but it's just kind of fun. It's kind of when you're online shopping, you're like, I don't need anything, I just want to browse a little bit. Let's browse for master degrees. Also, I'm unemployed. I don't have anything else to do, so might as well. Been browsing for a little bit. I kind of feel like, when you go and look for houses that you very well know that you're not gonna get, but you still go and look because it's a little bit fun. I feel like that, but then also, who's to say? Maybe I do find something. So far, I found out that Australia is very much leading in this field, which is sustainability and climate change. Like I found 35, whereas 25 of them were in Australia. But I guess I'm just gonna look a little further and see if I find anyone that strikes my vibe. And if this strikes your vibe, why not subscribe? See what I did there? Anyways, shut up. Oh, why so fancy, you may ask? Well, I am on my way to a conference. I'm actually thinking to wear this hat with it. I don't know if it's too much. Also, I never know whether my ears should be on the outside like this or if they should be like, kind of like tucked in. If they're on the outside, it just feels a little like hanging out. I don't know. Anyways, besides my hat, I do have actual updates for you. So I looked everywhere. I searched the fucking bottom of the internet to find something. I found three that I think sounds really interesting. Only thing is they are all three in Australia, and I'm just like, I don't know if I'm an Australian girly. Like, I'm a Scandi. I like the cold. I just never really thought about Australia as a place to go and live. But maybe that is also the brilliance of it and the adventure. Like, do something you never imagined. Two of them are very science based, and the third one is kind of like a mix between science and human studies, I guess. So, like politics and psychology and economics. I actually think that sounds really interesting because, you know, how you're gonna make people change if you don't know how people work. Right now it's just too abstract for me. Like, there's so much with budgeting, and I don't even know if I can get in and all these kind of things. So right now I'm just having fun, kind of like fake browsing a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, I might, but then I also might not. So in the meantime, we are gonna go to a conference also about sustainability because we just love that. You know, we love the ability to be able to breathe in the fucking future. Guys, I am super excited right now because I just found like a job position opening, whatever, that I actually think sounds super interesting. Wait a minute, my computer's doing some kind of update, so I'm just gonna walk away from that sound. So the job itself is at an agency, but it's for a bigger company that needs help running like the social media thing. But the social media you have to run is about sustainability. So basically looking at reports and all the different data and then making nice posts about that people find interesting and not fucking boring. And I'm like, this I can do. And it's actually perfect because you can either be full-time or part-time. And I think it's because you can kind of like just shape your own task. And I would just love that, like that flexibility. Then I can do this on the side. I'm super excited right now. Obviously, I haven't applied. I haven't gotten it yet. But I'm thinking I'm actually going to apply. And usually when I really want a job, I always make a video. So I think I'm just going to like scrap everything else I had in my schedule today and then make a video application. And then we shall see.
3 weeks later.
I'm feeling a little down right now. Do you know that job that I found and I made a video for and I was super excited about? Yeah, I didn't get it. I applied like 2.5, 3 weeks ago or something like that, and I just got an email saying I didn't get it. Like, they just didn't went through with my application, which is fine. Like, you know, I'm not expecting just to get the first job that I apply for and like that. But it was, you know, I could really see myself doing this. And I also think it just kind of gave me like hope and maybe a direction, or I don't know. Speaking of direction, you always say like rejection is redirection, right? And I have been asking for a sign to like, should I actually go through with this uni application thing? Because I'm also not sure about that. It's a big step because this is in Australia. Like, it's gonna be a big step to fucking move across the globe. And that is not something I had on my bingo card at all for this year or next year, or yeah, I don't know. But I guess life is just about doing what feels right in the moment, right? Like, I always try to see myself as like a dandelion seed, just blowing a little bit in the wind, like a little bit over here, a little bit over there. And literally this morning I was like, please, universe, if you exist, give me a sign that I should apply for this master's degree. And now I just checked my email and I saw the rejection from the only other thing I had in mind. So I guess we're just applying for uni. I mean, it's not going to cost me anything to apply, and I might as well see. And if they reject me too, then I'm just going to stay here and find another job. I'm quite loving my flat anyways, so I wouldn't mind not having to move across the globe, you know? So I guess that's the update. I still have no clue of what I'm doing.